Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm using Mystical Moments for our message. I'll choose 3 cards and I'll also read the base of the pack for some guidance today, some extra guidance as we're moving through these really transformative time. Energetically, doors are closing. This is what Scorpio does. Doors closing, things are ending, ready for new energy to come in. And sometimes while we're feeling and waiting for this energy, it can be a little bit unstable. So we're all being asked to just stay in the moment, to stay focused on light, to take our attention away from anything in our outside world that is creating any kind of fear within us. And we're moving into Gemini, and Gemini is the sign of communication, the twins, which is ruled by Mercury, which is in retrograde. So we're being asked to really be mindful of our thoughts and what are we putting our attention onto? How are we speaking? Words carry power, they carry energy. And when we're saying fearful words to each other, that energy is going and transmitting to each other, to that person that we're speaking to. So during this time of the Mercury retrograde, which is in its home sign of Gemini, so we're just being asked to really listen to how we are thinking, to how we are speaking, to actually what are we absorbing as well, the energy that we absorbing. Are we listening to outside influences that can be causing some kind of anxiety within? And if we are, to come back into stillness and into that peace within, and to take our attention away from it. There's lots going on in the outside world. If we want to look for anything, we're going to find it. If we want to be put in a place of fear, we just need to look outside of ourselves. And there is so much going on in the outside world. So we're being asked to use our heart as our compass. Our soul is our compass. To really, before we make a choice, before we take a next step, make sure we're coming from a place of peace, that we are really in alignment, that we are not doing it from a place of feeling that we've no option. There's always other options, there's always other opportunities coming in. So we're going through this transition, this powerful, powerful transformation. Gemini rules the lungs, the air. So again, it's are we using our breath? Are we in balance with our taking breath in and exhaling? Are we taking those nice deep breaths, or are we shallow breathing? If we're going into worry, we will be shallow breathing, and that kicks off a whole chemical reaction in the body and can create panic attacks. So being mindful of our breath. And are we using our breath? What words are we using? What vibration are we using? Symbology of Gemini also are the birds singing, and that is how we are meant to communicate with each other, uplifting and really encouraging. We've all had or heard stories of people having bad news, and whether it's medically or from family or friends, and you see the devastating effects it has on people. So coming into that place of really using our words, infusing them with love during this time, being patient as things are starting to move and transition, to take some time out and rest as much as we need to, making ourselves a priority during this time. We are doing a lot of work in our sleep state also. So coming back in from our sleep feeling tired or exhausted or having really profound dreams. So there's lots going on every level, and we are working energetically. We are really working hard. So it is to have that time out, to take some time to really find that time of meditation, of self-healing. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. There we have one. I'll put that there. It's, oh, there we go. 2. Where's 1? The 4 of Wands. 2, the Queen of Pentacles. And 3, the Fool. So we're on this new journey. We're on this path. And it's taken us into a beautiful reality. The 4 of Wands is celebration of marriage, of birth, of happy family life. They have moved through all the rooms in their homes, and they signify our chakras as we move through and we cleanse and we balance and align each chakra. Then we come to the crown, and they are on the roof of their home, which symbolizes the crown. They have moved up, and that's what we're all doing. We are cleansing and clearing now old outworn programs and false beliefs that really do not serve us any longer. And we're moving up through each chakra. We're moving through these chakras as the Kundalini is rising. DNA is being activated, and as we're moving up, we are like snakes shedding all skin. It's just these layers are starting to fall off now really easily as we make those choices of going into love instead of going into conflict. Each and every time choosing love and moving now, and then this is coming up into above the crown, up into that beautiful energy of connecting with the higher powers, the divine, listening to that guidance, listening to that joyful frequency of our angels and our guides, really guiding us now into this place of pure happiness. So the 4s are all about balance as well, keeping ourselves in balance while we're moving through this transition. We are transforming so much. We are alchemizing old emotions, and as we're alchemizing them, we are then taking in the pure gold, the gold of happiness, of joy. So we're alchemizing the cheap metal, which are our old thoughts, false beliefs, now emotions, and we are alchemizing and stepping into faith. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who's out there in nature, and she keeps coming and appearing in our readings, and this is the energy asking us to go into nature. Nature is in divine order. Everything is as it should be, in harmony in nature. And we are being asked during this time, if we're feeling stressed, if we're going into any kind of place of overthinking or going emotional memories coming to the surface, because as we're going through these shifts, we are being asked to choose and let go and surrender. So going into nature, finding the peace of nature in that solitude, and just being one with nature, feeling Mother Earth, seeing all the beautiful blossoms now starting to open up, the flowers, all different colours. And as we look at the flowers, they activate us within. It's a powerful healing. They speak to us. with the joy of the colour. That is them communicating with us pure joy. So we're being asked to go out into nature, because ultimately at the core of our being, that's exactly who we are. We are part of nature. It's just that our heads have took over and blocked us from the true essence of who we are. So the Queen of Pentacles draws things to her. She nurtures. She is prosperous. She is healthy. She keeps her mind fixed on what it is that really empowers her and cultivates. All her cultivation has got her here, and this is the energy that's coming to earth now. This divine intelligence is coming in, and we're all being upgraded, and it's merging within, and we're being activated. So there's lots going on energetically now, and it is to be gentle with ourselves. And as we start to activate with these upgrades, and remember the Pleiadians are there also coming through, as we activate with these upgrades, we see how beautiful our life is. It beautifies our thoughts. It takes all those filters off our eyes, and we see with clarity, and our third eye opens. As soon as we start to see the beauty of life, our third eye opens, and then that is a beautiful gift, and we start to see clairvoyantly. So beautiful gifts being activated during these upgrades. And as we are letting go of the lower thought forms and false beliefs, we are releasing layers that actually block us from connecting to our spiritual gifts. And then we have the journey of the Fool again. So this is the journey we're all going on. We're all going on a new path. Doors have closed. That's what Scorpio does. It closes doors that we are meant to move away from. There is a massive shift. So there's endings. That's the energy of now. But as those doors close, new ones open, new doors that really bring us into a place of upliftment and positive outcomes in our lives. So we're on this new journey. This is the beginning of the tarot card deck again. We've gone through all the learning. We have got the wisdom, so we can move in faith, just like this young girl is innocent, and she has a dragon there who is guiding her, and she is just in that place of faith and knowing that guides are around her, angels are around her, and because of all the inner work that we've done, we can hear them clearly. And we know now, unless we feel at peace, not to take a step. Whatever opportunities come, whatever decisions we've got to make, unless we can sit in peace, just have patience and wait. Peace is the way forward when we're standing in peace. And yeah, when things start to change, we can be brought opportunities to step outside our comfort zone, but we will have the energy, we will have the excitement to do that. It's not coming from any fear. It's not coming from a place of we have to do it and being forced to do it. It comes from a place of, yeah, I really want to do this, but I'm excited about it, but I've never done it, and we've not been here before. We've not travelled this path of just stepping in our faith, and what will be will be. And as we let go of putting any expectation on anything or anyone, we see how beautiful life becomes. We see how free we become. So this is, we're starting with stepping our foot on a new path now. We're all going together. We're all here supporting each other. we're all traveling down it, we're all walking each other and home, and we are helping each other as well. So this is a new path. We're going through this time of immense change. To take our attention away, we are being bombarded from the outside world with just fear and things that if we get drawn into, it's going to really bring our vibration and our energy down, and we're being asked to really stand in faith now, plug this energy into our star chakra, sit and just anchor lighting. If we feel that we're going out of alignment, if we feel like our minds are starting to overthink and we're going back into those negative mental melodies, to right, I need to bring some light in, I need to draw some light in and cleanse and surrender and allow these thought forms to dissolve now, allow these feelings to dissolve now, as we start to make this journey on our path on a higher timeline. We're moving onto a higher timeline. We just got to detach from this one. And then we add the King of Pentacles. So we've got both the Queen and King of Pentacles. Beautiful balance. So the Queen draws the energy in and nurtures, and the King goes out and is passionate, and he is where he is by, he's worked hard, but not in a way that he's stressed, but he loves it. He loves what he does, and he's accumulated enough now to be able to sit back, and we've accumulated, our wealth is our wisdom. We've accumulated this wisdom that is telling us we can sit back. We don't have to force anything. We don't have to overthink anything. We can sit back and use peace as our gauge. And as we are staying in that place of peace, then that shows that we're moving on in the right direction. So the King, he is the creator, he is the entrepreneur, and he has done everything. He has worked hard to be where he is, but he knows he's cultivated. He is very aligned, and he is sat there, he is stood there on there's the stag with the horns again reaching up into the heavens, and there are coins, gold coins, dangling from the stag's antlers. So this is a time of rising above the crown, connecting and actually plugging in to that divine source energy that it is at the core of our being, and it is flowing from the central sun, the spiritual sun, and it's coming in now and giving us the strength to walk our path. And things are happening, and so many people are speaking to me now and saying, I'm not worried about anything anymore. One time I would have been really anxious, but there's something strong inside me now, and I know I'm always going to be okay. And I'm actually excited for this new beginning that we're all moving into. So this is about just taking our time, knowing that we don't have to force anything. Our prosperity is our wisdom and our life lessons, that there are no mistakes, but we won't do things that we have done in the past because we've learned from them, and we'll guide others as well in a way that they don't make the same challenges or make the same decisions that we did that caused hindrance on our path. So now it's time of resting, opening up. The retrograde, Mercury retrograde, is perfect because it's saying just examine everything. Make sure before you send a text or a message that it's coming from an aligned place, that it is actually communicating from your heart, and asking us to just pause before we send anything, to just check things and to really be mindful of our communication, how we are communication, and what communication are we listening to. What are we listening to speakers that uplift us, or are we actually absorbing communication that contaminates our energy field, contaminates our minds with fear? And so we're moving away from that, and stay in this place of peace, and we will all come through aligned, happy, strong, uplifted. And these are beautiful cards, all pointing to that direction now. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. And the base of the pack is death. So that's the energy we're moving from. There's been lots of breakup in relationships or friendships, that it's been like a final breakup that's come so quick. And that is the death, that's the old energy that has to move away in order for this beautiful transformation. And she's got butterflies all around her, she's got flowers growing within her. So as we have cultivated within and we have done all that inner work, we have started to plant those beautiful seeds of manifestation that are now, first they start to grow within us, the energy and the vibration grows within us, and then it goes out into our reality and creates a new reality based on our authenticity, based on love. So the death, this is the death, this is the ending, and this is what Scorpio energy does. It brings those endings, but and nothing of love will leave us. It's because our souls are meant to move in different directions during this time, and not to take things personally, and to just really come in and do the self-healing while we're going through this transition, while things are falling away. Sometimes it can bring some grief, and if you're going through grief, call on Archangel Azrael. He will help soothe you and assist you through any kind of grief that you may be going through. So this is a time of endings, but a beautiful time of new beginnings. That we're not our past. We are creating, and we're taking responsibility now of what we're taking in this body. This is our vehicle that houses our soul, and we're taking responsibility of what we're placing inside it and how we're speaking. And as we do, we automatically start to shift into a vibrational match of what is the authenticity, the alignment with who we truly are. So a beautiful time of real change going on, and just breathe through it. We're coming into Gemini, taking deep breaths constantly as we're moving through this time of transformation, beautiful time of transformation. So I'll pull a card now from Anna Starks, just for some extra guidance from the universe while we're going through this time. There we go. Channel your knowledge. So this is being mindful of how we are speaking, making sure that we are infusing our words with light. And it is like learning a different language, because we have all been used to talking about our problems, to actually moaning about things. If it's the weather, if it's the price of petrol, whatever it is, every time we catch ourselves going into that place of going into that dialogue, take a deep breath and actually you change the words of everything is going to be okay. We're going through this major shift and it's exciting times. Moving through this time of transformation. And as we are using words that actually uplift people, telling them that how well they look, how strong they are, how amazing they are, and feeding them with those positive, uplifting words that nourish their soul and actually create a powerful healing within the body. So we're being asked to channel our knowledge, and the energy is coming in through the left and right side of the brain, and that's what we're doing during this transformation. We are moving from the left analytical brain into the right that's expansive and creative and sees the bigger picture. And the left side of our brain has been in control, analysed, overthought, picked up all the problems, tried to problem solve, and we never can. When we sit in silence, the answer always comes in the most beautiful and sometimes humorous ways. So we're being asked now to really, if we're overthinking things, if we are going into analysing something too much, take a deep breath. Bring in our left side and our right side of our brains into balance. If you're Reiki attuned, use your mental and emotional symbol inside each side of the left and the right side of the brain, and then use your power symbol to bring it into alignment and visualize them coming into alignment. So we're moving now, we are balancing the left, the right, and the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And as we're bringing that in and we're merging into this beautiful expansion of divine light that is who we truly are. So whatever is going on in your life during this time, stay in alignment, allow the process to just work its way without grasping, trying to understand it, be mindful of everything that is being invoked within us, to take that light in and dissolve. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths, and dissolve any emotions, any old thought patterns that are coming up now, trying to hold us back from our ascension and moving on to these higher timelines. Keeping ourselves in alignment now, seeing the bigger picture that God is fair, God is love, and we have free will. So whatever anybody is choosing, that is their free will, and that's our karma. So as we start to come from a place of not just choosing it because it's karma, but really choosing it from the upliftment and the love that it brings into our lives without any expectation. And then we start to see the bigger picture of everything, that everything is always in divine order. Taking time out for ourselves to do our self-healing, to rest these physical bodies, because energetically there's lots, and there is an upgrade of our DNA. So, and every loving thought, every loving feeling, that adds to the upgrading of our DNA. It's built in, it's there within us. And as we start to choose and work from a place of authenticity without any fear of being criticised. We give everybody else freedom to be who they are as well. So beautiful time, exciting time, so much light coming in, so many unique gifts now opening up and bringing that light, being channels of light. So this is about using our knowledge, using our words, and if it doesn't calm, it harms. So if we are speaking about things that are harmful, it's going to harm the person, it's going to harm ourselves. When we are speaking calmness into a situation, everything starts to calm down. So beautiful time. And so we are 14. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 26, 30, 38, 11. The doorway, this is what's happening. We're moving through this portal, we're in the corridor, one door's closed, and it's like, oh, we are here in this time of really bringing ourselves in, using all our gifts, using all our skills to keep ourselves in alignment as we're traveling through this time, this like, it's like a corridor into a higher timeline. So whatever you're facing, know that it's not going to last. It's coming up for a release, and that is wonderful. That is amazing when things are coming up during this time, so that we can move into that time of the higher timelines that we're all focusing on. So 11s are the doorway, reminds us to keep our thoughts positive, to stay, and if you're coming up with a lot of 11, as you see the number 11, sit and really focus on positive affirmations, but not just thinking them, feeling the beautiful positive thoughts that you're allowing to flow through your mind and out into your reality. So I'm sending so much love. Have a beautiful evening, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.